Dashboard lights soft enough to not feel watched. Street slides past like it knows I won't remember it. Hand steady, not gripping, just resting. The road doesn't rush, so I don't either. Speed stays modest, not because of rules, but because nothing is chasing me. Windows cracked, air cool, thoughts thinner. Radio hums, not a song, just presence. I let the beat idle, same way the car does. Ready, but unhurried. Tires repeat the same sentence over and over. I don't answer. Traffic lights blink without urgency. Green feels optional, red feels polite. I slow down before I need to. This drive isn't about arrival, it's about staying inside motion. Street names pass, I don't read them, they're not asking to be known. Bass sits low under everything like the road itself. Never rises, never insists. I match my breath to the engine, not consciously, it just happens. Ooh, the city feels distant even when it's close. Neon spills across wet asphalt, no source, just color. Reflections move slower than reality, I follow those instead. No thoughts demanding space, only background ones, the kind that don't mind being unfinished. Speedometer steady, no spikes, no drops. That calm feels earned somehow. I don't replay conversations, they don't fit this tempo. This lane prefers silence. Streetlights pass at regular intervals like markers I don't count. Each one confirms I'm still moving. The beat loops without signaling change, and that's reassuring. Nothing new needs to happen. I drive with one hand, the other doing nothing important. That feels right. Music stays low, almost behind the road noise, where it belongs. Lyrics dissolve into texture. I don't push the night to give meaning, it gives enough by not interfering. Turns come gently, no sharp decisions, just gradual direction. I let the wheel lead, thoughts thin out as buildings do. Fewer windows, less watching. Ooh, speed stays slow on purpose. Fast would feel like asking for something. This drive doesn't resolve, it continues until it doesn't. That's acceptable. Ooh. Engine hum, road hiss, beat breath. Everything agrees to coexist. I don't mark this moment, I let it pass like everything else on the road. Still driving, still calm, still nowhere urgent.
Midnight, low volume, city still breathing. Yeah, I'm not trying to say much, just enough to stay awake. Yeah, 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 yeah. Streetlight flicker like it's thinking twice. Shoes dragging softly on a half-empty sidewalk. Phone stays silent, I let it. Some conversations don't need to happen tonight. Wind cuts through my hoodie, not cold, just present. I move slow like the beat told me to. Low lights, low talk, everything moving but nothing pushed. I'm here, that's all. Ooh, 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 ooh. Low lights, low talk, everything moving but nothing pushed. I'm here, that's all. Ooh, 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 ooh. Corner store neon painting my face blue. Clerk nods like we share a secret. Maybe we do. Everybody tired in their own language. I don't ask questions, I just pass through. Baseline hums inside my chest, not loud, just consistent. Hey, I used to overthink every quiet moment. Now I let silence do its thing. Some nights aren't sad or happy, they're just wide. I let my thoughts walk ahead of me, I'll catch up later. No rush, no peak, just a loop that feels right. Ocean somewhere, breathing in the dark. Ocean somewhere, breathing in the dark. I don't see it, but I feel the pull. Memory comes in waves vibes, not stories. More like textures, cold air, warm hands, songs I never saved. Yeah, late train sound in the distance that hum keeps me company. I don't chase sleep, I let it find me. If you're listening, you don't need to feel anything, just stay. City moves on autopilot, so do I. No destination, just direction. I rap like I'm talking to myself, but quieter, like I don't wanna wake the night. Yeah. Low lights, same beat, nothing traumatic, nothing fake. Smoke rises, then forgets its shape. That's how I wanna leave. Thoughts unheld, unchased. I stop turning moments into meaning, let them pass like traffic. There was a version of me that needed answers tonight. Not for him, the night's for pacing, breathing, letting time stretch. I don't scroll, I stare. Sky looks different when you're not asking it anything. If love shows up, it can't sit. If it leaves, I won't stop it. Everything moves better when it's not trapped. Same night, same loop, I'm good right here. Sun's not close, but it's coming. I don't need to be ready. I've been here all night. The count, still breathing, deep phase, but the night stays. Windows down, city lights sliding. You driving, I'm riding. Volume low, yeah. Dashboard glowing soft like it knows our secrets. Hair in the wind, radio breathing. We don't talk much, but we don't need to. Silence fits between us, clean street signs smear into pink and blue. We're not running, just moving. Every turn feels chosen, even when it's not. I let the city guide me, block by block. Ooh. You tap the dash to the beat, that's enough conversation for me. We used to overtalk every feeling, now we let the night translate. Streetlights blink like they're in on it. They don't snitch. Yeah. Woo. Same car, same lane, everything quiet but alive. From the window, you look like a scene I will screenshot. Same car, same lane, everything quiet but alive. Neon spills on your cheek from the window, you look like a scene I will screenshot. I don't chase the mirror, I face ahead. Past days back there where it lives best. The music hums low like a shared breath. I don't speed, I let the night stretch. You're hungry, not ready. We smile anyway. City moving slow like it's tired too. Windows reflecting two different moods. Not sad, not high, just balance for once. I sing on empty roads, that sound keeps me grounded. Late night drive, no plan, just staying where the colors land. No pressure, no promises, just music and motion. Two hearts, one lane, nothing loud, nothing forced. Sky getting lighter somewhere high. We just keep rolling.
Streetlight breathing on the windshield. Engine hum turns into a lullaby. City moving slow like it knows my name but never calls it out. I let the night choose the pace. No rush in the blood tonight. Hands loose, thoughts drifting like smoke that doesn't wanna shape. Every corner feels unfinished and that's kind of perfect. Nothing asking to be solved, nothing begging to be kept. I walk through moments, not memories. They don't cling, they just pass. Soft as the echo of sneakers somewhere behind me. I'm not chasing a feeling, I'm letting it catch up. If it wants to, if it doesn't, that's fine too. Neon spills across the pavement like a thought I didn't finish. Colors saying more than I could, even if I tried. I've learned how to sit with silence without filling the space. Learned how to let the heart speak without raising its voice. The night doesn't judge, it just listens. That's why I keep coming back with pockets full of half-formed truths. I'm moving loose from doubt to calm to something close to hope. Never landing, never falling. Windows glow like quiet promises. No names, no faces, just lives unfolding without asking me to watch. I carry less than I used to. Left some weight at yesterday's door. Kept only what fits in a breath, and even that feels optional. This beat doesn't need me. I ride it like a train, watching stations blur, not checking where I get off. Sometimes the heart wants motion, not direction. Once I feel time passing without keeping score, I don't call it loneliness anymore. It's more like open space, room for the mind to stretch without hitting walls. Street signs flash like thoughts too fast to hold, so I just let them be light. I've stopped asking why certain things stayed and others faded. The night already answered by not answering at all. Every sound feels distant but close enough to feel real, like music playing from another room. Steady, unbothered, I breathe in the city, exhale old versions of myself. No ceremony, just a quiet exchange. Nothing here needs fixing, nothing needs a chorus. The rhythm keeps walking even when I don't say a word. I'm learning the beauty of almost healed, almost understood, almost enough. The sky hangs low, impatient, like it knows I'll figure things out eventually, or not, and still be okay. I pass reflections in dark glass. They look like me, but softer, less concerned with being seen. I keep my thoughts loose, let them drift off beat. Imperfection feels closer to truth these nights. Time stretches when I don't fight it, seconds turning wide enough to rest inside without thinking ahead. I don't need the night to change me, just to hold me still long enough to hear myself think. Footsteps echo then disappear, proof that moments don't last and don't have to mean something. I move with the tempo, not ahead of it, not behind, right where the beat breathes. This isn't a confession, it's more like observation, watching life pass through me and leave quietly. If tomorrow asks questions, I'll answer later. Right now the night is enough, being exactly what it is. Streetlight fading in the rear view, another block behind me, another thought released without explanation. I stay here between sound and silence, between feeling and letting go. Long as the beat allows, no climax waiting, no lesson hidden
dressed up in soft reflections, neon brushing your expression. I plan nothing still feels right. Some nights were better without a guide. You pace slow like you're saving time. I'm matching, no reason to rush the vibe. Night, day, low pace, nothing loud, nothing fake. I almost stayed and changed my mind. Something about the air felt kind. Your jacket smells like outside. The details takes longer than lines. I don't check my phone, I check your tone. The way you talk when you're not alone. I don't usually walk this slow.
Me neither, but it fits.
Streetlight makes your shadow long. Her don't look, I know. Don't look, I know. Don't look, I know. Cafe still open, warm light spills. We don't go in, just stand still. Your laugh cuts through the traffic sound. Feels like the city lowers down. I notice things I usually miss, like how you list before you speak.
You don't interrupt, that's rare. You let silence sit in the chair. I don't feel watched, I feel seen. There's a difference, you know what I mean.
You always this quiet.
Only when it matters. I'm not trying to impress tonight. No highlights, no spotlight. Just walking next to you under signs that flicker like they're unsure too. I like that. Night, day, no. No. Look, I know. Like that. Yeah. Night, day, no script. Let it roll like this. Oh. Night, day, no script. Let it roll. Your hand closed but not assuming. That space feels consuming. In a good way like suspense. I don't break it, I let it stretch. I don't know where this is going, but I know I like the motion. If this ends here, it's still clean. If it goes on, we'll see. I don't lock doors, I leave them light. Let the moment decide its size. Your shoulder brush is mine, I don't move away. Nothing needs to be said. Same night, same step, everything calm but sharp. Sky looks lighter somewhere far.
Let it wait, we're not there.
I'm glad I came out,
Yeah.
me too. So same time again. We'll see where the night lands. Yeah. Neon breathing, city half asleep, volume low, mind drifting. Yeah. Neon sounds flicker like they're blinking Morse code. Puddles catching colors, pink, blue, overdose. Steps echo soft on a street that won't remember me. Everyone moving, but nobody in a hurry. Jacket smells like smoke and late decisions. I don't regret much, just let it sit. Neon glow on my face, I don't need to be anywhere. Just riding this loop. Taxi lights slide past like unfinished thoughts. Windows down, letting the night talk. Radio static between two songs. That space hits harder. I don't feel gaps anymore, I frame them. Used to chase highs, now I pace low. Slow drip nights where the time flows. Every sign says open, but I keep walking. Not lost, just stretching the moment. Neon makes liars out of shadows. Everything looks louder than it really is. Same street, new colors, nothing changes, but it feels different. Corner bar hum leaking through the door. Laughs spill out then disappear. phone buzz, I let it fade. Some nights don't want replies. If you're here, don't lean in, just stand where the light hits, yeah. Neon writes poems on wet concrete. Every color saying don't stay too deep. I learned how to vibe without a climax, how to exist without a caption, yeah. Low bass, slow walk, heartbeat sinking with traffic lights. Red, yellow, green, I don't rush. I remember nights that wanted more from me. Tonight's not like that, tonight just wants presence. Yeah. Breath visible in the cool air. I let my shoulders drop. City doesn't care, and somehow that's comforting. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. If love shows up, it can chill. If it goes, I won't chase. Yeah. Neon teaches you everything fades beautifully. Yeah. Same glow, same beat. Nothing heavy, nothing fake. Morning's loading somewhere off screen. Yeah. I don't skip ahead. I stay in the frame where the colors peak. Yeah. This night did its job. Neon dimming. Yeah. City breathing. I walk on unchanged. Settles in like it finally owns the city. No crowds left, no rush pretending to matter. Backseat quiet, almost ceremonial. The door closed earlier and never reopened. Street feels wider without witnesses. Lights stay on, out of habit. Neon hums softer as if embarrassed to still be awake. The meter ticks slow, unconcerned. Time feels negotiable now. We move through intersections that expect no one. Green lights waiting with nothing to release. Bass rests under everything thin, restrained. Like it knows this hour prefers restraint. Sidewalks empty, storefronts asleep. Signs glowing for no audience. Reflections feel louder than reality. Glass does most of the talking. The driver keeps steady, no destination discussed at this hour. Assumptions feel rude. I lean back, let the city pass without commentary. Traffic sounds disappear, replaced by distance. Even engines feel tired. Streetlights blink as if checking who's still here. I don't answer, the beat loops almost unnoticed. Repetition becomes atmosphere. Buildings stop performing, they just exist. Concrete honest without people around. No conversations replay. This sound blocks memory. Only observation survives. Crossing long blocks with no interruption. Motion feels suspended but continuous. Reflects on empty glass. Color with nowhere to land. Still beautiful, still unnecessary. I don't think about tomorrow. 3 a.m. doesn't allow it. Future stays outside. The city smells clean, washed by time. Metal, asphalt, night air. Bass hums again, barely present. Like a thought you don't finish. luxury feels quiet at this hour. Windows show nothing specific, just light and absence. Absence feels dark. I don't feel alone. The city keeps me company without speaking. The beat never builds, never drops. Ooh, consistency becomes comfort. Another empty intersection, another permission to continue. No decision required. The driver exhales, barely audible. We share the silence professionally. Oh, neon thins out, then disappears. Dark feels intentional, not empty. The ride stretches, not long, not short, just unmeasured. I stop checking progress. There's nothing to track. Movement is enough. The city holds its breath between lights. I breathe with it. Still riding, still calm. 3 a.m. outside, quiet inside. No crowd, no rush, no demand. Just motion through a city that forgot to watch. Neon leaks into the street like color forgot where it came from. Signs hum quietly, letters glowing without trying to be read. The city doesn't sleep, it just lowers its voice. I move through it at a volume that fits. Sidewalks shine from earlier rain. Reflections feel more honest than the source. Cars pass, windows tinted, stories sealed inside. I don't wonder who they are. Bass rolls low like electricity under concrete. Not music yet, just intention. Traffic lights switch with no emotion. Red, yellow, green, all of them patient. I walk slower than the crowd, not resisting, just choosing. Neon doesn't mind, it keeps glowing. Storefronts flicker, open, closed, half alive. They don't explain themselves. Voices overlap and fade. Language becomes texture, not meaning. The beat stays minimal, barely rhythmic, like it's meant to disappear in her footsteps. Street signs glow blue, pink, electric, white. Color doing the talking, words staying silent. I don't feel lonely here. The city feels space without touching. That balance works. Glass buildings mirror everything and distorted. Reality remixed on contact. I pass people who look like destinations. I keep moving. Neon reflections slide across my shoes. Proof that light travels farther than intention. No chorus arrives, no emotional lift, just continuity and glow. The city smells like rain and metal, clean but not empty. I don't replay today, it doesn't fit this lighting. This place prefers the present. Bass hums again, low and warm, like the city breathing through wires. Crosswalk signals blink, telling no one in particular when to go. I listen anyway. Every window holds a moment I don't enter. Some scenes work better unvisited. Neon doesn't ask to be understood, it just exists, bright, brief, confident. I borrow that energy without copying it. Steps echo softly between buildings. The sound returns slightly different. I like that. Never let it. Oh. signs flicker once, then stabilize enough chaos to feel alive. I don't reach conclusions, this city doesn't need them. Motion is enough. Neon fades into distance, but the glow stays somewhere behind my eyes. Still walking, still surrounded, lights everywhere, asking nothing. The night holds its shape, polished electric controlled. I blend into the crowd without disappearing, exactly where I wanna be.
The beat barely breathing, like it's trying not to wake anyone. I follow it without leaning too hard. No hook waiting for me, no rise, no fall. Just a line that keeps moving because stopping feels louder. City noise softened by distance, sirens turned into texture. Everything important already blurred. I don't enter the moment, I sit beside it. Let it do what it does without interruption. Thoughts come in lowercase, no punctuation. Nothing trying to convince, nothing asking to stay. Windows glow, then don't, faces pass, then vanish. Proof that presence doesn't need duration. I keep my voice low, almost inside the beat, where words stop being words and turn into weight. Not heavy, just enough to notice, like air before rain that never commits. I stop shaping feelings into something listenable. Now I let them exist unfinished. This rhythm doesn't resolve, and neither do I. We agree to keep it open. Streetlights flicker like tired thoughts. They show up but don't explain themselves. I walk with the tempo, not on it, not ahead, just near enough to feel warm. No story arc tonight, no emotional peak, just time passing without being recorded. Breathing stays, even heart stays neutral, somewhere between caring and letting go. I don't name what this is, names make things heavier. I let it stay light, almost forgettable. Bass hums like memory, felt more than heard, the kind you don't chase cause it already left. I'm not trying to be understood, I'm trying to not interrupt whatever calm accidentally showed up. Neon reflects in puddles, never the source, only fragments, and that's enough. I let silence speak first and decide if I need to add anything. Usually I don't. Every word trimmed down until it barely holds meaning, until it fits between kick and snare. Time stretches thin like it's being careful not to snap, not to demand attention. I don't revisit old feelings, they pass by on their own. Not once, keep walking. The night keeps no record and I respect that. Some moments deserve to stay unshared. Footsteps fade into static, proof of movement, proof of nothing permanent still happening. I exist in the margins between sounds where emotion is implied, not spoken. No chorus to return to, no center, just repetition slowly becoming comfort. I let the beat loop until it forgets itself, until I forget why I press play. This isn't reflection, it's suspension, holding a thought without dropping it. Street corners look the same and different enough to not ask questions, to not expect answers. I don't reach for clarity, clarity is loud. I stay where things remain slightly out of focus. Breath sinks with tempo, without effort, without intention, just alignment. Nothing here wants closure, nothing needs proof. It all works better half formed. I don't push emotion forward, I let it trail behind like headlights on a quiet road. Sound becomes space, space becomes time, time becomes background, and I blend in. This beat could play forever and nothing would change. That's the appeal, that's the point. I don't finish thoughts, I leave them looping like vinyl dust caught in low light. No final line needed, no ending cue, just volume slowly lowering on its own. Still here, still playing, still not asking for anything more.
cuts the sidewalk into thin pieces. I stand there longer than the moment as the door closed softly, like it didn't want to interrupt. Funny how endings try to be polite. I tell myself this is clean, no scene, no damage, just a pause that stayed too long. I replay steps, not voices. A space between us did most of the talking. I didn't reach because reaching changes things. Some nights you protect the feeling by not touching it. I keep the rule, even when it costs. Walk away slow, don't turn back. The car smells still on my jacket, like proof I was there. But proof fades faster than memory. I don't open my phone, I don't need witnesses. This moment's not for sharing. If it's better without a timeline. I used to think closure was something you say. Now I know it's something you don't disturb. We left it untouched, that's rare, that's heavy in a quiet way. Same night, different directions. I walked past a spot where I could have stopped you. Did not because I didn't want to, because I did. Some feelings deserve space to stay honest. I let them breathe even if they drift. The city doesn't care and that helps. Traffic moves like nothing happened. I blend in like I always do, but something in my chest changed speed. Not broken, just adjusted. I'll notice it later when the noise is gone. I don't label this because labels freeze moments. This one needs motion, it needs to stay unfinished, like a sentence cut mid-thought. That's where it keeps its shape. Don't chase it, don't save it. Tomorrow, this will feel smaller, that's okay. Some nights are only important while they're happening. I respect that, I'll let it live exactly once. I don't regret the silence, I curated it. Every word I didn't say did its job. This wasn't fear, this was control. Choosing calm over impulse. I pause before unlocking, like there's still something behind me. There isn't just the echo of a clean goodbye. No promise, no damage, just a feeling that knows when to stop. Still night, still stars, still still night, still moving.
It's quiet again. Yeah. The good kind, I don't need proof. Yeah. Street still wet from something that already passed. City smells like almost and last. I don't ask you where you've been, I just walk beside. Some stories sound better when they're implied. Your shadow stretches longer than mine. I match my pace so we don't fall out of time. Same night, different thoughts, walking close but not locked. I learned how to listen without fixing, how to sit in silence without missing. You don't talk much, but your pauses do. They say things I don't ask you to. Neon hits your jawline, soft blue. I look away before it gets too true.
I used to think love needed volume.
I used to think quiet meant distant.
Now I just let moments happen.
Yeah, me too.
Me too, me too, me too.
Low light, slow step, nothing promised, nothing said. I carry old versions of myself lightly. They don't fit, but they don't fight me.
You see me clearer than I do sometimes. That scares me, but I stay in line. I don't reach, I let you choose. Feels better when nothing's forced into truth.
Your voice sounds different at this hour, like it's not trying to be stronger. I don't need answers from you tonight, just the way you breathe when the street goes quiet, yeah.
You thinking too much?
Less than before.
Time feels wide when I don't resist.
I stop chasing feelings that don't wanna sit.
Every step feels uneven.
Even the unsure one.
I don't name this.
Yeah.
Let's not.
Same street, same breath. We don't define what this is yet. Your hand brushes mine by accident, or maybe not. Either way, I don't react. Some moments stay clean when you don't grab back.
I feel something shift, but I don't lean in. I like how this space lets us breathe in. If it stays, I'll let it. If it stays, I won't cage it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. I don't need forever.
I don't need proof.
Yeah, just this walk and this truth.
Two voices, one night, not rushing the meaning.
Morning somewhere, but not here.
Yeah, let it wait.
I'm good like this.
Yeah, me too.
We should probably head back.
Yeah, me too. We should probably head back.
Yeah, we should probably head back. Yeah, yeah.
Streetlight doing overtime, like it knows this part matters. Minutes ago we were laughing, now the sound feels flatter. I replay what we didn't say more than what we did. Funny how silence suddenly feels so specific. I keep my hands in my pockets so they don't decide. This moment's thin, one wrong move and it breaks sides. Goodbyes make the noise disappear. What stays is what we don't say here. Goodbyes make the noise disappear. What stays is what we don't say here.
Standing by your car, keys still warm. I tell myself this is normal. Tonight was nice, it's in my throat. That sentence weighs more than it should. I don't wanna promise, I don't wanna pretend. I just wanna leave this moment undamaged. Text me when you're in, I will
Drive safe,
You too, yeah.
same word,
Different meaning. Yeah, yeah. I thought about reaching, then thought about after. How touching you now would change the chapter. Some things feel pure because they're restrained, like a song you love but don't overplay. This distance is small, but it's intentional. I respect it, even though it's painful. Your eyes are asking what your mouth won't. That softness makes it harder to go. I know I'll replay the way you stood, like you were ready but understood.
it's cold tonight.
Yeah, a little.
Yo, love's a word that rushes moments. Tonight doesn't need it. Tonight just needs honesty without labels. This space, this time, and this unfinished sentence, I'm taking it home with me. Goodbyes pull us closer right when we let go.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. If I turn back right now, said something bold, would it feel real or just cold? I don't test the night, I trust it. Some endings feel better, unrush it.
The quiet after you step back hits the hardest, like the beat dropped out, but the song hasn't ended. I watch you reach the door without hurrying. That's when it really sinks in.
Yeah, yeah. Streetlights fading. Yeah, yeah. Now let it be. No, we don't ruin this. Ho, we let it be. Yeah.
Same night to that. Don't look back, but I know you're there. I'll wait a second longer than needed. Some feelings live in that second.
The night didn't change when you left. That felt personal. Same street, same light, same rhythm. Only my steps lost their echo. I walk slower not to feel it, but because the pace feels honest. I thought distance would feel wider. Turns out it's precise, like knowing exactly where your hand is. And I don't feel the space, I let it stay accurate. Let it stay, unfinished, accurate. Let it stay, unfinished, accurate. Let it stay, unfinished, The air carries what we didn't use, and used words hang heavier. I didn't drop them, I placed them somewhere between the night and later. I don't dramatize this on purpose. Drama asks for witnesses. This moment asks for none. It fit better without an audience. No, really, why no frame? I replay time and I touch the second I almost turned. The half step I didn't take. Those are the details that survive. I used to believe clarity came from answers. Now I know it comes from restraint, from letting something end naturally before it learns how to hurt. This wasn't fear, it was respect for the moment, as it was. Familiar, but unnamed that way. It doesn't age. Still night, still moving. Tomorrow will shrink this into something manageable. That's fine. Some nights exist only to pass through, not to keep. I didn't lose anything. Nothing was taken. It simply reached its limit and stopped. Clean, intentional. Resistance inside feels neutral. That's how I know I did it right. No aftermath, just continuation. Steps blend back into the city. The night doesn't notice. That's perfect. Fog settles in without asking. Not thick, just enough to soften distance. The sea disappears, then returns in fragments. Headlights cut a short line, nothing beyond it matters. The road agrees to stay simple. Wipers move slower now, not for rain, for mist. A gentle motion to clear what isn't fully there. The ocean sounds muted, like it's behind glass. Waves arrive already blurred. Streetlights glow, then dissolve. Each one feels temporary, on purpose. Speed drops not out of caution, but respect this kind of night. Doesn't like being rushed. Fog wraps the coastline like a decision not to reveal everything. I don't argue. Bass hums low, almost breathing. It doesn't define rhythm, it suggests one. The horizon is gone and somehow that's calming. Nothing pulling forward, nothing pulling back. I drive inside a pocket of light. Everything else stays implied. The sea keeps pace even when I can't see it present. closes closer, but never touches. It knows its boundary. I appreciate that. Hands rest on the wheel, not correcting, just guiding. This road doesn't test me. The ocean exhales somewhere unseen, a reminder that scale still exists, even when hidden. I don't search for meaning, visibility is limited, and that feels right. Streetlights space out, fewer markers, more silence. Each one says you're still here. The car becomes a room moving through atmosphere. Inside is clear, outside is suggestion. No memory surface, fog keeps them down. Only motion remains. The rhythm repeats without development. Repetition becomes comfort. Comfort becomes style. Mist thickens slightly, then thins. Never committing to drama. I stay in the same lane, no reason to change. This line knows where it's going. The sea stays hidden, but close like something important that doesn't need to be seen. I let the drive continue until the idea of destination loses relevance. Sound replaces sight, and that's enough. Still driving, still slow. Fog ahead, sea beside, lights soft, thoughts softer. Everything agrees to stay understated.
Yeah. Backseat leather, still warm from someone before me. Door closes, city lowers its volume. The meter clicks on soft like it doesn't want attention. We start moving without conversation. Neon slides across the window, cut into pieces by passing frames. I don't follow one light, I let them layer. Glass separates me from everything happening. That distance feels intentional. The driver watches the road, I watch reflections. We agree not to interfere. Yeah. Bass it slow, under the engine, not a beat, more like a mood, holding the floor together. Traffic moves in lines, clean, predictable from back here. Everything feels organized. Signs glow, pink, blue, white. None of them meant for me, all of them passing through. The city looks expensive from this angle, polished, untouchable. I don't reach for it. Streetlights repeat like a loop that never needs variation. Comfort in sameness. Rain residue on glass turns everything into art. Even mistakes look deliberate. The beat barely breathes like it knows this seat prefers stillness. People blur on sidewalks, faces erased by emotion. Proof that presence doesn't require detail. I don't think about where I'm going. The ride itself feels complete. The driver adjusts speed smoothly. No sharp moves, no questions. Trust fills the space. Neon reflects twice. Once on glass, once in my eyes. Neither stays. Time stretches between intersections. Red lights feel calm from the backseat. I rest my head slightly to the side. Yeah. City tilts just enough. No memory surface. This angle blocks them. Only observation remains. Ooh, bass hums again, low, consistent, like the city's pulse, filtered through metal, crossing bridges, everything widens. Water below, lights above. I stay in between windows, hold fingerprints, not mine. Reminders that I'm temporary here. The ride doesn't rush, and neither do I. Motion without effort feels like luxury. The city keeps performing outside. I stay anonymous inside. No chorus, no emotional cue, just continuation, smooth, unbothered. Neon grows denser than thins like breath in a crowded room. I don't change posture, the seat does the holding. Tonight I'm being carried, the beat loops without destination. I stop expecting one. Lights ahead stretch, then collapse as we pass. Perspective does the work, the driver signals. I don't look up, direction is handled. City noise fades into a controlled hum, exactly the right distance. From silence, I let the rap continue until thought loses definition. Still moving, still contained, neon outside, quiet inside. Backseat calm, holding the night.
Rain starts light, like it's checking if I'm listening. Wipers answer soft, consistent. The sea stays dark, but closer now. I can hear it breathe. Road still straight, still committed. Rain doesn't argue, it just joins. Wipers keep time, not perfectly, but honestly. Left, right, pause. I let my thoughts fall into that gap. Streetlights blur, stretching on the windshield. Nothing sharp tonight. Everything's softened on purpose. The ocean sounds heavier in the rain.
Waves don't crash, they overlap.
Like they're talking over each other without urgency. Speed stays low. Rain asks for patience. I give it that. Gave it that drop slide sideways across glass. None of them last long enough to matter. Bass stays under like water beneath water. You don't hear it, you notice it later. The road reflects everything twice. Light, rain, movement, reality, and its quieter version. I focus on the quieter one. Wipers repeat the same motion. They don't question the forecast. I respect that. Salt mixes with rain. Air feels heavier but clean, like something old being rinsed without ceremony. I don't think about who should be here. Rain fills space better than memory. The sea stays parallel, even closer now. Still not reaching, still not pulling, just present and wide. Tires hiss on wet asphalt, a sound that means keep going, but gently. No hooks, no bill, just continuation later. Rain on glass, waves on shore, beat underneath. Thoughts thin out as visibility drops, details disappear. What remains feels accurate. Wipers never speed up, they hold tempo like they trust. I'll adjust if needed. Streetlights grow sparse, but reflections multiply. Less light, more glow. The ocean sounds fuller in the dark, not louder, just closer. Like it stepped forward one pace. I don't respond, I let it be. Some sounds aren't questions. Rain deepens, not harder, just more. As if time thickens. Hands loose on the wheel, road steady. This line doesn't punish small mistakes. The beat barely exists, more suggestion than rhythm. It blends with water. I stop naming feelings, rain makes names irrelevant. Everything becomes surface in motion. Wipers keep moving, even when nothing blocks the view. Proof that rhythm doesn't need obstacles. The sea keeps pace, still beside me. We travel together without interaction.
continues until it doesn't matter where it goes. Still driving, still slow. Rain on glass, sea in the dark, wipers counting nothing.